Right then, Chelsea faithful, gather round because we've got a proper story to tell you today. One that'll give you goosebumps and remind you why this beautiful game can be so bloody cruel and brilliant at the same time. Picture this, you're 18 years old, fresh off the plane from Brazil, and you've just signed for one of the biggest clubs in the world. Sounds like a dream, doesn't it? Well, for our very own Andrey Santos, that dream quickly turned into what he describes as a reality shock that nearly broke him completely. Before we dive deeper into this incredible journey, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell, because stories like this are exactly why we're here. Bringing you the inside scoop on everything happening at Stamford Bridge. Santos opened up recently about those early days at Chelsea. And blimey, it's not what you'd expect from a lad who's now starring for both club and country under Enzo Maresca. I arrived very young, went straight to pre-season with Chelsea, and it was a reality shock, he revealed. I came home thinking I didn't know how to play football because of the difference in intensity and game rhythm. Can you imagine that feeling? Here's a young man who was captain of Vasco's youth teams, regularly called up for Brazil's junior sides, suddenly questioning everything he knew about the game. The intensity of English football, the pace, the physicality. It was like learning to walk all over again. What followed was a journey that would test the character of any young player. Despite doing well in that initial pre-season, Santos made the difficult decision to go out on loan. First back to Vasco, then to Nottingham Forest, where heartbreakingly he barely played. I was loaned to a team of lesser expression and still I didn't play. It was very difficult. My wife and I were young and alone here. It was 6 months that were difficult, but served as learning, he admitted. But here's where the story gets brilliant, because champions don't stay down, do they? Santos and his wife made the brave decision to try again, this time in France with Strasbourg. And bloody hell did he prove himself there. 39 games, 10 goals, 3 assists. Suddenly, the young Brazilian was showing everyone what he was truly capable of. It was a brilliant season, the best of my life, of my first complete season in Europe. I scored goals, was happy, and made it to the national team. Santos reflected on his time in Ligue 1. The transformation was remarkable. From a lad who thought he'd forgotten how to play football to someone lighting up French stadiums week after week. What's even more impressive is how Chelsea supported him throughout this journey. Every 2 months, someone from the club would visit. Scouts and directors constantly sending messages, making sure he felt part of the project even when he was hundreds of miles away. That's proper club management, that is. Now, here we are in 2025, and Santos is back where he belongs, at Stamford Bridge under Maresca's guidance, wearing the number 17 shirt with pride. He's established himself in the first team, earned multiple Brazil call-ups under new coach Carlo Ancelotti, and even turned down a massive $70 million offer from Saudi Arabian side Al Qadsiya because he believes in the Chelsea project. The latest Brazil squads prove Santos' meteoric rise. He's now a regular feature in Ancelotti's plans, with call-ups for World Cup qualifiers against Ecuador, Paraguay, Chile, and Bolivia. From a lad who came home crying thinking he couldn't play football to representing the 5-time world champions on the biggest stage. This isn't just about one player's journey. It's about resilience, patience, and the long-term vision that makes Chelsea special under the current ownership. When young players arrive from different continents, different footballing cultures, we sometimes expect immediate magic. But real development takes time, support, and the courage to face setbacks. Head on! Santos put it perfectly. You don't say no to Chelsea. I don't regret anything, and I'm very happy. The lad who once came home thinking he couldn't play football is now one of the most promising midfielders in the Premier League, a key part of Maresca's plans, and a Brazil international, Santos's. Transformation reminds us that football journeys aren't always straightforward. Sometimes you need to take a step back to take 2 steps forward. Sometimes the very challenges that break you down are the ones that build you into the player you're meant to become. As we watch him continue to develop under Maresca this season, representing Brazil on the international stage, we can all appreciate the incredible journey that brought him back to where he always belonged, right here at Stamford Bridge, proving that patience and perseverance in football can produce something truly special.